Hello everyone, buckle up for the new episode of Organic Chat, the one and only podcast made to motivate everyone with a nice topics every week, as seemingly simple as getting dishes done or as time consuming as trying to establish a routine. We all understand how many daily struggles in life can cause us to lose motivation. Sometimes having a lot to do can be overwhelming to the point of feeling hopeless, and we want to give up before we begin. Lack of motivation is often an issue with those dealing with both physical and mental health issues. We all understand that sometimes just getting out of bed is a task in itself. So once again, welcome you all to Organic Chat. This is PJ, your host. This podcast is all about not buying organic fruits or vegetables. It's all about bringing positive vibration within our family, community, and friends. Before I let you know the title, I would like to give you a short story on this title. Once upon a time in a lush forest, there lived a family of squirrels. They were content in their little nest high up in the trees. The forest provided them with plenty of nuts and berries, and they never had to venture far from their cozy home. Life was so comfortable, and they saw no reason to change. One day, a wise old squirrel named Sage came to visit the family. He had traveled far and wide and had seen the world beyond the forest. Sage told them stories of distant lands, beautiful meadows, and towering mountains. So he spoke of the endless adventures that awaited those who dared to explore. But the family of squirrels was hesitant. They had grown comfortable in their routine, and the idea of leaving their familiar surroundings was unsettling. They voiced their concerns to Sage, saying, "We have everything we need here. Why should we leave our home and risk the unknown?" Sage smiled and replied, "My dear friends, while you have all you need for survival here, there is so much more to learn life than mere survival. If you stay in your comfort zone forever, you may never experience the thrill of discovery, the joy of new experiences, and the growth that comes from facing challenges." Still, the squirrels were unsure. The family of squirrels took some time to think about Sage's word. Eventually, their curiosity overcame their fear of the unknown. They decided to embark on a journey beyond the forest to explore the world outside. So as they ventured into new territories, they encountered challenges they had never faced before: strong winds, steep cliffs, and predators. But with each obstacle, they learned valuable lessons, grew stronger, and became more resilient. Over time, the family of squirrels discovered breathtaking landscapes, made new friends, and experienced the exhilaration of pushing their boundaries. They realized that they had been living in a self-imposed cage of complacence, where they had settled for mere survival when life had so much more to offer. In the end, they returned to their forest home, not as the same timid squirrels, but as a courageous and enlightened beings. They had discovered that the greatest growth and the fulfillment lie outside of one's comfort zone. They shared their newfound wisdom with the other forest animals, inspiring many to take their own journeys of self-discovery and growth. And so the forest became a place not just for survival but thriving, thanks to the family of squirrels who had dared to leave their comfort zone and embrace the beauty of the wider world. So the moral of the story is that while survival and comfort are important, life becomes truly fulfilling when we step out of our comfort zones, face challenges, and embrace new experiences. Growth, wisdom, and happiness often lie beyond the boundaries of the familiarity. So friends, by now you should have got my topic. So today, we are going to talk about the three zones of living: the complacent zone, survival zone, and the comfort zone in detail. Let's go into the topic. We all live our lives from within one of the three zones of living: the complacent zone, the survival zone, and the comfort zone. Typically, we bounce in and out of each of these zones throughout our life, right? The zones where you spend most of the time will determine the quality of our choices, and therefore the quality of our life too, right? But for example, our enjoyment of life is impacted greatly by which of these zones you most consistently make our home. The happiness studies show that once our basic survival needs are met, More possessions don't always translate into more happiness. In fact, the pressure of working more and harder in order to attain bigger lives compounds our level of stress, causing us to feel increasingly unhappy and unfulfilled. When we use the effort and hard work to push ourselves to grow, we are in danger of diminishing the true quality of our lives, even as we achieve more. Understanding these three zones of living, knowing where you are at any given moment, and continuously moving into the zone that fosters inner peace and connection, is the most effective way that what I know to improve the quality of our lives and create experiences that are enjoyable and fulfilling. Let's go through each and every zones and talk about it. Let us take about the complacent zone. This complacency zone typically refers to a state of comfort or a contentment where an individual or an organization becomes too comfortable with their current situation, routines, or achievements. This comfort can lead to a lack of motivation for further growth or improvement. People within the complacency zone may resist change, innovation, or taking risks because they feel secure and unchallenged. Living with the complacency zone can hinder personal or organizational development too, since progress often requires stepping out of one's comfort zone, setting new goals, and pushing boundaries. That's what the complacency zone does. Let's take someone has a stable job with a decent income and they are satisfied with their current lifestyle. They have a routine that they follow without much variation. However, deep down, they have aspirations for more fulfilling career or personal growth. If they remain in their complacency zone, they may never take these steps necessary to pursue those aspirations. To break out the complacency zone, this person might start by setting specific goals, seeking new challenges or acquiring new skills. This could involve further education also, seeking a new job or exploring hobbies and interests that they have neglected. Complacency zone is a concept often discussed in the context of personal development and the need to push oneself beyond comfort to achieve the growth and success. As a note, I would like to say that this zone is also characterized by a false sense of contentment and satisfaction, which is frequently used to conceal fear, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs. People in this zone may be dissatisfied with life, critical of themselves, and pessimistic about the future. They may experience negative emotions such as worry, blame, resentment, depression, and anxiety, and on the daily basis actually. The complacent zone can lead to a lack of action, passion, and genuine engagement with life. People may feel stuck, lost, and hopeless, and if they believe they are in the state of stagnation. It is important to acknowledge these feelings and to work towards breaking out the complacent zone by recognizing and confronting the limiting beliefs that keep us stuck and moving towards growth and self-discovery. Let me give you a short story on this. In a small, quiet town, there lived a young woman named Emma. Emma had always been content with her life. She had a stable job, a cozy little home, and a circle of her own friends. She enjoyed spending time with them. But deep down, she knew there was more to the life than what she was currently experiencing. So one day, as Emma was strolling through a town park, she noticed a group of children playing on the colorful playground. Their laughter and excitement was very infectious to her, and she couldn't help but feel a pang of nostalgia for those days when she too had been full of energy and enthusiasm. That evening, Emma couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing from her life. She realized that she had settled into their complacent zone where everything was safe and predictable. She had forgotten what it was like to dream, to set ambitious goals, and to push herself beyond her comfort. Emma then decided it was time for a change. She started by enrolling in evening classes to learn new skills, and she took her passion as painting, and it was something she had always been curious about, and had never pursued that. The first few classes were challenging, and Emma felt out her depth, but she persisted on that. As weeks turned into months, Emma's skills improved, and she discovered a passion for painting that she never knew existed. It brought a sense of fulfillment she had longed for. Encouraged by her progress, Emma set her sights on a new goal: to organize an art exhibition featuring her own work. So now what happens is the exhibition was filled with obstacles now. Emma had to balance her job, her newfound passion, and demands of organizing an event. So now there were moments of self-doubt and exhaustion, but she refused to give in it to her complacency. Finally, the day of art exhibition arrived. Friends and strangers alike marveled at Emma's painting. She had pushed herself out her complacent zone and had achieved something remarkable. The feeling of accomplishment and the sense of purpose she gained were worth every challenge she had faced. From that day towards, Emma vowed never to let herself slip back into her complacent zone. She realized that life was meant to be an adventure full of growth and discovery. Emma's story became an inspiration to others in the town, reminding them that it's never too late to break free from the comfort of complacency and pursue their dreams. And so Emma's journey continued, painting the canvas of her life with vibrant colors. The next one is the survival zone. It could be referred as a state in which an individual or a group of people are primarily focused on meeting their basic needs for survival. Now, this often includes essential like food, shelter, clothing, and safety. In this context, individuals in the survival zone are primarily concerned with the day-to-day survival and may not have the resources or opportunities to pursue higher level goals or personal development. Now imagine a family living in a war-torn region and where their primary focus is on finding enough food and water to sustain themselves each day. They are constantly in a fear for their safety due to the ongoing conflict. In this scenario, their lives are dominated by a need of survival, right? And they may not have a luxury of pursuing their education or a career advancement or personal goals. It is important to note that concept of a survival zone can vary depending on the context. In some cases, it may refer to people facing extreme circumstances such as those in poverty or living in war zones. In other cases, it might also refer to individual or organization that are so focused on immediate survival that they neglect longer-term planning and development. This survival zone is fueled by high effort, and those who are overachievers and routinely push themselves outside of their comfort zone will most likely spend their majority of their time here. Due to the constant comparison between the competition, this zone can also foster feelings of every judgment and resentment. Everything in the survival zone is constantly changing, from one of the beliefs about what is possible to their fears and doubts, resulting in inconsistent results and unexpected setbacks. I've seen how this zone lead to exhaustion, whether from the mediocre results despite intense effort or from the constant effort required to maintain highly successful results. There's a couple of examples who lived and worked in the survival zone. I was inspired by a couple of them. And there was a salesman whom I know in Pittsburgh, steel industry, dedicated to his job and the American dream. He relocated his family several times and worked long hours, frequently traveling for work on weekends. The grind of this life, however, eventually caught up with him, and he became an alcoholic who struggled with stress. Unfortunately, his hard work and dedication did not pay off in the end, as he died of cancer shortly after retiring. There's another example of dangers of living in the survival zone, and I see it all around American offices full of stressed, overworked, and burned out employees. The evidence of this zone can be found everywhere, from the stacks of documents on executives' desks to the tired eyes of employees I pass. Many people live this way, just trying to make ends meat and chasing success at the expense of their well being. Now, let me tell you a short story that I've come across. There lived a young woman named Maya. So, the village faced harsh winters and its inhabitants struggled to survive the extreme cold and scarcity of resources. So Maya's family was no exception, and they lived in on the edge of the what you call is the survival zone, I would say. Every winter, the villagers would huddle together in their modest homes, rationing their meager supplies of food and firewood. It was a difficult life, but they had grown accustomed to it, accepting their fate and making the best out of what they had. Maya, however, was different, and she possessed an unyielding spirit and unwavering belief in the power of determination. She couldn't bear to see her family and neighbors suffer year after year, and she knew there had to be a way to break free from the perpetual struggle for survival. So, one winter, as the village faced harshest conditions, yet Maya decided it was time to take an action, and she began to collecting herbs and plants from the surrounding forests, hoping to find hidden sources of nourishment. She studied them diligently, learning which ones were edible and which could be used as medicinal purposes. Maya's effort did not go unnoticed, and soon others in the village began to take notice of her resourcefulness. Encouraged by the support of their fellow villagers, she continued her quest for survival. As the years passed, Maya's knowledge and skills grew, and she discovered ways to grow hardy crops even in the harshest conditions, and she shared her findings with her community. The once barren village began to transform. Food became more plentiful, and villagers grew stronger and healthier. So Maya's determination and resilience had pulled her village out of the survival zone. They were no longer just surviving, they were thriving. Word of Maya's achievements spread far and wide, inspiring other struggle communities in similar survival zones to seek solutions beyond acceptance. Maya became a symbol of hope and resilience, providing that even in the harshest circumstances, the human spirit could triumph. Maya's story reminds us that in the face of adversity, determination, resourcefulness, and a refusal to accept the status quo can lead to an incredible transformation. It serves as a testament to the power of human spirit and potential for the growth and improvement even the most challenging environments. The last zone is the comfort zone. It is a safe space where you can express yourself without fear of being judged. Now, it is full of things that make you feel at ease and natural, and it gives you power during stressful times. When you are in the comfort zone, your stress center is inactive and you are at peace, which allows your body to heal and your brain to become more creative. The Heart Math Institute's scientific research was shown that you feel safe, your heart rate goes into coherence, resulting in more efficient organ function and faster healing. The next zone is the comfort zone. It is a safe space where you can express yourself without fear of being judged. It's full of things that make you feel at ease and natural, and it gives power during stressful times. When you are in your comfort zone, your stress center is inactive and you are at peace, which allows your body to heal and your brain to become more creative. The Heart Math Institute of Scientific Research has shown that when you feel safe, your heart rate goes into coherence, resulting in more efficient organ function and faster healing. I also see this in the children's in their comfort zone. They move with grace and joy and sense of boundless possibilities. And like all our children's, they're always at the comfort zone, and it's not a static environment because we are learning creatures who seek new experiences and push the limits of our abilities. It can always expand and become more. Like as we see in our family, our kids are when we take them to a park, they are very ease, and they progress from clinging from us to making friends and playing independently, right? So adults frequently resist expanding their comfort zone for fear becoming stuck in it. However, living from the comfort zone implies that we choose paths that make us feel safe, comfortable, and supported, rather than paths that cause anxiety and fear. This is the key to any success in growing the power of positivity in the community to millions of people, I would say. And this comfort zone is a well-known concept in psychology and personal development. It also refers to a psychological state where a person feels familiar, safe, as I mentioned, ease. Inside the comfort zone, individuals experience low stress and anxiety because they are doing things that are within the capabilities of the routines, as earlier I mentioned. However, this personal growth and development often occur when individuals step outside their comfort zones and face new challenges. I would like to give an example on this. Let's take an individual has a stable job, and she or he has been doing for several years, and she might be very proficient at work and feels very comfortable in their role. They know what to expect each day, and her or she doesn't require to push herself too hard to learn new skills. This work situation represents the comfort zone. However, the person is always dreaming of starting her own business. The idea of entrepreneurship excites somebody, but it also makes them anxious because it is unfamiliar territory. To pursue their dream, they need to step outside the comfort zone. So one day, let's take the person decides to take that first step by researching an industry, and she or he wants to enter and creating a business plan. They feel nervous and uncertain, and they might determine to make their dream a reality. As they progress, they may face new challenges like securing funding, marketing, business, managing day-to-day operations. These are the challenges outside of their comfort zone. But they also provide opportunities for growth and development. Over time, they might become more experienced and comfortable with the entrepreneurial aspects of their life. What was once outside the comfort zone eventually becomes their new comfort zone, and they continue to set new goals, push their boundaries, and grow as a business owner. So this example that I gave you illustrates how stepping out of one's comfort zone can lead to personal growth and the pursuit of long-term goals. The comfort zone represents the familiarity and safety, while stepping outside of it can be a pathway to a new experience and self-improvement. Let me tell you a short story on this comfort zone so that everybody can understand. So once in a quiet, peaceful village, there lived a young man named Alex. So he had a routine that he followed religiously every day. He woke up, went to work at a small local store, returned home, watched TV, and went to bed. Life was very comfortable, predictable, and uneventful. Alex was content with this routine, and he could not understand why people seemed to chase after adventure and change. He believed that staying within his comfort zone was the key to the peaceful and stressful-free life. So one sunny morning, while browsing internet, Alex stumbled upon a quote that caught his attention. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So he began to ponder what it meant as. He realized that his life had become somewhat stagnant, lacking excitement and growth. Determined to understand the meaning of the quote, Alex decided to take small steps outside his comfort zone. He signed for a cooking class. He signed up for a cooking class, something he had never done before. The first few classes were nerve-wracking but gradually improved his culinary skills. Next, he joined a local hiking group, and the idea of hiking in the wilderness made him anxious, but he was determined to challenge himself. As he trekked through the forests and up in the mountains, he discovered newfound appreciation for nature and sense of accomplishment. With each of his new experience, Alex gained confidence and began to embrace change. He took up a public speaking, started volunteering at a local charity, and even learned to play a musical instrument. This experiences brought new friends, exciting adventures, and personal growth that he had never imagined. One day, while sharing experiences with his friends, Alex realized that he had transformed from someone who feared change to someone who embraced it. His life was no longer confined to a narrow boundaries of the comfort zone, and he was reaping the rewards of his newfound courage. Yes, years later, when Alex looked back on his life, he realized that the quote he had stumbled upon had changed his life profoundly. We had discovered that by stepping out of the comfort zone, we had unlocked the world of opportunities, personal growth, and the fulfillment. Alex's story serves as a reminder that while the comfort zone may offer safety and familiarity, it's in the challenges of unknown territories of life that we often find the most profound moments of the growth, joy, and discovery. Life truly begins when we step beyond what we know and embrace the possibilities that are outside our comfort zone. The takeaway from all the zones is you can use your mind to transform your day from bad to good. Sure, everyone has occasional bad days, especially when we wake up to the rush of the morning commute, kids dragging their feet, and deadlines looming. I mean, of course, everybody has these days, right? But to ignore the negativity instead of addressing it only empowers it to destroy your entire day. So learn your zone and take the steps to find your comfort zone. Take the time each day to acknowledge any negative feelings and transform your negativity to positivity. Understand and accept that you deserve self-love. You will shine with positivity after you give yourself permission to live a joyful life. Until my next topic, take care and goodbye.